I'm glad it seems to have been on your end. I did go ahead and up my bit stream a little bit and switch to hardware encoding, which is something I keep meaning to do. So let me know how this works out. So task 3, vuln searching. So we're going to go through and basically how to search for vulnerabilities. So this goes beyond the Metasploit stuff a little bit. Exploit DB, right, was a great place. NVD, CV, MITRE. Right, so we do an Nmap scan of a target, and then we want to find out, hey, it's running OpenSSH 2.2, so how am I going to find what vulnerabilities? So CVEs are years and ID numbers. Years and ID numbers, they're super useful like that. And Kali Linux already has a tool called SearchSploit to let you look there. I prefer the internet just because it's the most up to date, but we'll go ahead and follow along here, right? So say we come across a website that's called Fuel CMS and we see that 1.4, right? We can type SearchSploit Fuel CMS and we find that, right? Remote code exploit execution. I can do, OpenSSH here. Holy crap, look at that. OpenSSH 1.2, 2.3, right? Username enumerations, command executions, that's pretty good, right? All sorts of stuff. And where these things are at. So Kali is freaking awesome, right? And if you prefer doing things in the website, yeah, you can search the website too. Okay, so what is the CVE for the 2020 cross-site scripting vulnerability found in WP Forms? So let's do a search exploit for WP Forms. Right, and you know why I'm not finding anything on search exploit? Because I'm running the 2019.3 version of Kali. So we'll go open a new tab in exploit database. Close this guy out. Hey, the Sauce God, how's the stream looking this time? So WP Forms. (2020 0324). 2020 0324. 2020 0324. My answer is incorrect. That was the date. CVE. CVE TAC 2020 TAC 10385. 2020 TAC 10385. Boom. Debian version of Apache Tomcat in 2016. Search exploit Tomcat. Looks like these are all going to be website done, so what does it say? Tomcat. So Apache Tomcat, and we're going to go back to 2016 for the Debian version, so Debian-based distros, right? So this is just testing our ability to find vulnerabilities. So CVE 2016 1240. CVE tag 2016 tag 1040. 1240. 1240. What's the very first CVE found in the VLC media player? Shit, I better make sure my VLC's up to date. VLC media player. 2007 01 tag 02. 2007 tag 0017. CVE TAC 2007 TAC 0017. And hey, there's buffer overflow and sudo in 2020. So it's one of these. Dylan Katz found this. What does it do? I have to play around with that at some point. So anyways, CV 2019 18634. CV 2019 TAC 18634. All right, on to man pages. Man pages are great. I just hate reading them sometimes. Yep. So if you haven't already worked in Linux, recommend looking at the Learn Linux room. Yeah, for sure. One of the many useful features of the inbuilt man command. So you want to connect to a remote computer, we can type man SSH, right? And see the syntax is user at host. Yep. Special switches, so like steg hide. Yeah, I like -- help myself, but what switch in SCP would we use to copy an entire directory? Okay, so I'm gonna cheat man. Oh, alright, fine. Man SCP. So copy an entire directory. Batch mode. Destination limit. SSH option. Port. Client recursively. TAC-R. Copy entire directories. Alright. TAC-R on that guy. Boom. fdisk. What switch would you use to list the current partitions in fdisk? So Q to quit out of that. Man fdisk. And we're looking to list the current partitions. Probably TAC-L. Yeah, TAC-L for list. List the partition tables for the specified devices. TAC-L. Alright, Nano, easy to use text editor. What do you use to make a backup when opening a file? TAC capital B. Okay, and netcat is a basic tool. What command do you use to start netcat in listen mode using port 12345? So man netcat. So TAC-L, TAC-P, 12345, guaranteed. TAC-L, listen mode. TAC-P for the port, 12345, right? So if we go back up here, we can see that the way we run it is NC for netcat. So NC, TAC-L, TAC-P, 12345. Boom. All right. So we are just about done with introductory researching. Let's see, you may have been told in school there are good and bad sources of info. That may be true. When it comes to essays, however, it's my pleasure to state that it does not apply here, right? Any information can be useful. So use blogs, Wikipedia, anything else you can find. Yeah, there are tons of stuff. Blogs especially, very valuable for learning. Many security researchers do keep a blog. I do one myself. Not a lot of technical information up there yet, but there is a post on how to get started in cybersecurity. If you guys haven't had a chance to look at it, I highly recommend. Vast majority of the rooms on TryHackMe can be solved purely using knowledge found on Google. Yeah. If you're TryHackMe or Hack the Box or any of those, definitely Google, but try not to Google like TryHackMe walkthrough blue, right? Because you'll just find somebody who did it and posted how they did it, which is fine. I do write-ups of my own. In fact, I'll show you one really quick. So if I go to my Pentest Drive, cybersecurity hacking write-ups, right? So cybersecurity or cyber start game, right? Every level, every challenge. So for instance, level 7 challenge 1, right? Here is the briefing. And this one was, we've got a Python script that can help us brute force a zip file, but we think that we need to modify it a little bit. Open the zip file to get the flag. Use your local terminal to help. Right, and this is kind of what it looked like. So they gave me the zip. They gave me the Python file. Here was what the edit to the Python file was, right? So it kind of gave me, this was a kind of an entry level, right? It said, hey, you need to put in the file name of the zip file. So when I downloaded it, that's what I named it. And then they gave me the first half of the password, but they didn't know what characters they added after. And they knew it was case sensitive, so that means I had to go through all of the characters on the keyboard, basically lower and upper. And hey, look at that. I ran it, and boom, there we found the password. Right, so a lot of these people will post on GitHub, do their own write-ups. So yeah, in the realm of information gathering, anywhere you can look, you're going to find stuff. Just try not to purely read walkthroughs. Or if you need to, definitely go through and actually do the thing. Don't just read the walkthrough. Okay, so introductory researching room is complete. Wonder where I'm at along the lines of leveling up here. I'm level 6, and I'm 30% of the way done with the complete beginner path. Sure, let's do some Google dorking. Probably leave this page up at google.com. All right. Google's the most famous of search engines. Who remembers Ask Jeeves? I don't know if anyone in the chat was even around for that, but Ask Jeeves was a super old search engine. Oh, HackerBot loves retweeting me in Discord. That's awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Mirland Oracle has created a fantastic room. Intro to research, right? Attitudes on how to research what information. It's all about how you can Metacrawler. Alta Vista. Old website hosting provider called AngelFire. Wonder if they're still around. AngelFire.lycos.com. Oh yeah, look at this. This is some good stuff. Copyright 2020 though. Site builder styles. Oh dear God. Look at that beautiful sample website you can make. All right. That is a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. Yeah, so search engines are indexers, right? They use crawlers or spiders, right? Yeah, so there we go. Room joined. Fantastic. We've completed it. Let's learn about crawlers. Okay, so search engine has this crawler, this script that goes out. It looks for websites. It finds it makes a directory or a tree of content as keywords and images, and then it stores it in a database, right? It's a big database of shit it scraped. Yeah, obviously it found apples, so if I search for apples, my website's going to come up. User searches for pears, it indexes all the crawled websites that have that keyword, and then it displays, right? Crawlers attempt to traverse every URL and file they can find, right? If it links to another website, it'll try going to the other website. Yeah. Yep. I'm sure this is going to tell us how to use some of the commands that you can put into Google on how to limit its search down to given websites. Name the key term of what a crawler is used to do. I'm going to say index. What is the name of the technique that search engines use to retrieve this information? I suppose I should have read this well. Name of the technique that search engines use to retrieve this information. Crawling? Traversing? I don't know. Let's see what it says. Let's say traverse. Crawling? Crawling, maybe? Alright. What is an example of the type of contents that can be gathered from a website? That's a silly. What is an example of the type of contents? I mean, images, links. Keywords. Keywords? Okay, sure. Search engine optimization. So SEO, yeah. So way back in the day, I tried making websites for a living. Yeah, shoot me now. But search engine optimization is like how to get your page to the top of Google or the top 10 on Google. A lot of it has to do with the keywords that you put in it. How responsive, latency, how easy it is to crawl your website, what kind of keywords your website has, right? SEO site checkup. Check the rating of TryHackMe. Yeah, it's only 62. Oh, and they want me to go to the SEO site checkups tool. Okay, so they want me to do that on tryhackme.com. Yeah, I wonder. Let's see what my blog site comes up. No, I'm not going to register for free. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm at a 79 out of 100. 75 out of 100. But I failed 13 checks. Oh boy. My webpage contains URLs that are not SEO friendly. Oh no. I have to register if I want to see them. That's depressing. Alright. Anyways. Yeah, no. Free tools? Sure. Tryhackme.com. Alright. We'll follow there. Please wait 60 minutes. Oh, hell no. Alright. What's the website? SEO site checkup.com. Guess what? I bet if I go from a different browser, I don't have cookies. Oh god. They did it by IP address. Those guys are assholes. Alright, you know what? Fine. what I get for checking my blog first. There's this SEO analyzer, but it specifically wants me to see the meta title test. Oh, you can go fuck yourself. I am not God damn it. Alright, let's try both answers. Keywords usage? Sure, let's try that. Oh, that one must be a no then. Fantastic. Using the SEO analyzer. Alright. That's what I get for checking my own page. Yeah, if you ever think about making your own websites and getting into SEO, just don't. You'll want to shoot yourself. What page score does the domain receive out of 100? Looks like 83 out of 100. With the same tool and domain as in question 3, how many pages use Flash? I don't know. How many pages do use Flash? I've only scanned one page. I can tell you that it's a single digit. Maybe it's 0. Hey, it's 0. I don't know where it said that, but I mean, one page had issues. Doesn't say any of them used Flash. But that one page had issues and it doesn't mention that it uses Flash, so. From a rating score perspective alone, which website would list first? Well, it's got to be this guy because it has a higher score, right? Okay, our answer is correct. So now, beep boop robots.txt. Yeah, so this is the first thing that they go to, is robots.txt. It must be served at the root directory. Fairly safe to assume it's a text file. Tells the robot, the crawler, what permissions it has. All right, user agent, star allows all. Allow is directories that it can, so it can go through the root, and a reference to where the sitemap is located. So super important if you're building up search engine optimization is give it an XML sitemap of your site. And yeah, if we wanted to hide a directory, right, we can disallow those directories. Of course, now I can go to, I don't even know if Google has a robots.txt, but I bet they do. Yeah, here's Google's whole ton of websites that aren't allowed to be indexed, right? Like a crap ton. Certain social media sites, yeah. Google.com/about/views. Yeah, so this is where you start playing around with stuff. Hey, it redirects. Anyways, yeah, so we can specify user agents. We can prevent files from being indexed. So anything in the root or in the whole thing that starts with a anything.ini $, right? Sitemap's still there. So ablog.com right? We know that robots.txt should be in the root level. And if a website was to have a site name, it should be, or a sitemap, it should be at sitemap.xml in the root level. How would we allow only bingbot? So user-agent : space bingbot. User-agent : bingbot. How would we prevent a crawler from indexing the directories don't index me? It's a disallow. Don't index me. Commander root, welcome. Thanks for coming into the stream tonight. What is the extension of a Unix Linux system configuration file that we might want to hide from crawlers? A Unix Linux system configuration. So it's going to test our Linux configuration file extension .conf. So if I'm running a web server that's got some of those, I might want to hide those. All right, sitemaps. Sitemaps are a layout of pages and directories and pages for sites. Tells you what directories there are, how to find stuff. The blue rectangles are the routes to get to that content. So website.com/products/groceries/fruits has a pairs page. Website.com/blog has a post number 1, a post number 2, a post number 3. Yep, they look like this in XML. There's an XXE room for all about XML stuff. Let's open that up, take a look. Basic Introduction to XML External Entity XXE Vulnerability, and it looks like people are completing the room, so that's awesome. But that's not the one we're in. We're in the beginner path here. So why are sitemaps so favorable for search engines? Yeah, because it makes them go faster, right? They don't have to manually go through the whole site and try all their stuff. So typical file structure is XML. What real-life example can they be compared to? A map. Name the keyword for the path taken for content on a website. The route. I think you said that earlier, this Oscod, the route. All right. Google dorking. So, Heath Adams from the Cyber Mentor site, we'll call it Google Foo. I do want to show you his site tonight really quick. So the Cyber Mentor. So this is his site. He's got his own Discord. Does a lot of stuff. He runs his own pen testing company, work from home. Right? He's on Discord. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitch. He's on Twitter. He does a stream every weekday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern Standard Time. Here's a link to his this is where you can see his Twitch stream if it's live. All right, he's got a couple of courses. Does some stuff on practical ethical hacking, Windows Prevest, beginner Linux, all sorts of stuff. Right, great stuff. I haven't played with his merch. Looks like he's got oh, cute. People can buy shirts. Anyways, so that's his site. Right, his about page. Who he is, what his certifications are. Right, way more certified than me. He's got a CCNA, which I do have. He's got the OSCP, OSWP, and the eLearn security certs. I've got all the CompTIA ones here listed except for Pentest Plus. And then I've got CCNA and CCNA Security. A couple more Linux ones. I've got the LPIC Linux Administrator, level 1, and I've got Project Plus as well. But anyways, great guy. Great courses so far, so that's his site. But let's get back to Google for searching. So Yeah, Google's got a lot of websites. Google has operators, right? I can put quotes around stuff and it'll get the exact phrase. So quotes are great. I can use the site keyword, right? Site, like this, and search for something. You can search, like, this is friggin' awesome. So you can search by file type. So let's go, I'll just play around with this. Site, Microsoft.com, file type, PDF. Boom. 137,000 results. Red team. So here are 76 PDFs from the Microsoft.com domain that are PDFs that have the word red team. Right? So if you are doing passive reconnaissance on a website, and you want to find, I don't know, maybe they're dumb enough to have an Excel spreadsheet. Doesn't look like Microsoft is, or at least an Excel spreadsheet that says red team. There you go. There's an Excel spreadsheet called strength training. Template healthy fitness tracker on Microsoft's website, right? So all sorts of stuff. Great way to find material. You can do in title, so that phrase must be in the title of the page. You can view the Google's cached version. In title index of. Index dot of. I don't know. I don't know if I should be streaming this. Let's find out. In title index dot of. Oh boy. Yeah, call it Google dorking. Call it your Google foo. Here's Virginia State Police. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, so at least they're not giving the version of their at least they're not giving the version of their web server, but holy fuck. Yeah, Google dorking, Google foo, yeah, absolutely. You will use this in passive recon all the time. How well you can find stuff, swmed.edu, bin dev etc. Hey, guess what? Definitely running a Linux box. At least there's some permissions there. Oh, that's good. At least that was. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyways, so in title is a great way, and if you do index of, yeah, you can find stuff. So, anyways, site. We want to do bbc.co.uk. About flood defenses. What term would you use to search by file type? File type, right? File type. And what term can we use to look for login pages? We can do in title login. Fantastic, we've completed the room, right? Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so again, right, there's a whole book on Google hacking for penetration testers. Exploit DB. The default username and password is admin, right? Pages containing login portals. A lot of this is stuff that's made for pen testing, but Town of Alberg, like there's their admin login page. Design and hosting provided by Julo Computing. And they are nice enough to put a little login thing at the bottom. Let's see what happens if we go to their first. Yeah, and there's a link to their login page, right? So, this connection is not secure. Logins entered here could be compromised. Learn more. Even Firefox says that they have a insecure login page. Yeah, so this is stuff that, hey, as a ethical hacker, you could reach out to them and say, hey, I was just on your site and I noticed that you are insecure. Maybe you want to fix that. Sometimes you'll get great replies. Sometimes you'll get the, oh my gods, you tried hacking me, fuck you, I'm telling the police about you. Do with it what you will. I'm more of the lines of, I'll just take a note of this and I'll keep to myself unless I'm hired by them to do a pen test. So anyways, so yeah, Google for advanced searching, you'd need to be good at it. Definitely look at the different things that you can do, like site, file type, cache, in title. Is having those login portals a risk? If it's unsecure, yeah, it can be, right? It doesn't use HTTPS. So logins entered on this page could be compromised. This website doesn't supply ownership information. So I don't know. It's not encrypted, right? Can be seen by other people while in transit, right? That's why it's saying that this is not secure. Yeah, so not encrypted. Who knows? Maybe Alberg, Vermont needs to hire somebody to do a pen test on them. So let's see what the next room is really quick. I'm only going to do an hour, and I'm going to try and stick to the schedule of doing an hour every night. Just because I've been doing a lot of this, and I've got a lot of stuff on my own that I'm working on, like building up the actual Twitch page itself, and I'm going through some school stuff myself. I start my master's third class in a week. My wife's starting a school class in a week. I still have my own job. So I am going to stick to an hour a day. But like I said, I'm on a schedule now. It'll be this time every day, Monday through Friday. Hopefully that won't change. I'll let you know if it needs to, but the only problem I have is I'm not drawing East Coast guys at this time. But we'll see. Definitely need to do what's best for me and the fam. Alright, so what do we got? We got Linux fundamentals. I already did learn Linux. I've already done the Linux challenges. You're in Florida, man? So it's like, what, almost 2 a.m. there? I mean, I guess with COVID, no one's really going out too much. Tmux. Let's see what the tasks are here. Need to join this room. Terminal multiplexer. Yeah, so, yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked too. The kids are the only ones keeping me in on it. 23 tasks. Can we get 23 tasks done in 10 minutes? Or do we just want to talk about other shit? Maybe we'll do Tmux and the other room tomorrow. What we got? We got Tmux and Common Linux Privesk. That could be tomorrow, and then on Wednesday we could do 20 hours of web app security. Web fundamentals, Burp Suite, OWASP Juice Shop. I'm not a big web guy. Yeah, some of this will be good. Durbuster, Hydra, Nmap, Nikto. Or Nessus, that'll be good. Network security. That's funny. The hardest one on here is blue, which we've already done. Intro to Python, so Python scripting. Yeah, so let's just call it there with moving through TryHackMe. And I'll just show around a few places that I've got some learning on from. Pardon all the random ass other shit in here, but let's see. So VeteranSec I talked a little bit about, right? So they've got training videos, Beginner Linux for Ethical Hackers, Buffer Overflows. Those are both the Cybermentor videos. They've got a bunch of stuff here on the side, Vulnerability Lab Setup, Steganography, right? Summary and Steganography write-ups. They've got a Slack channel, all sorts of stuff there. You go to my wonderful Edge Chromium browser. So a few things here. So we talked about Over the Wire for Linux yesterday, right? Over the Wire, great way to learn Linux. They have a suggested order you go through. I do plan on streaming some of this at some point, but we're already kind of past most of that. Can hack me. So this is other challenges to improve your hacking skills, right? You can sign up for an account. They don't want you to share publicly the flag and the solution on this, so I'll have to talk to these guys and see if I'm allowed to stream them. Obviously, I might be able to get, I don't know how I'd do it if I couldn't show the flag. But challenges, 15 challenges open so far. Oh, well, I just violated their terms of service. Hey, there's the first flag. Anyways, Cyber Professional Development COVID resources. So this is Gary Guy 311 on YouTube. He's got his own channel. He's on LinkedIn, but he has a link to resources for training, conferences, labs that are all free during COVID-19. Connect 2020 is about endpoint security, cloud sec. Here's a bunch of training, AWS, cloud training, Coursera, Fortinet, the CISO, Chief Information Security Officer Workshop, Hacker 101, Hack.me. This is sponsored by eLearn Security. HackMe, build, host, and share vulnerable web apps. So this is all completely free. Just tons and tons and tons of stuff here. Instructor-led webinars. A lot of these, yeah, I might sign up for a couple of these. Evolution of red teaming and pen testing. Great stuff here. May and June books. Beginner Guide to InfoSec. Right. Podcasts. College courses. Yeah, tons of stuff there. If you're looking for jobs, Ninja Jobs is a good IT information security job platform. Latest positions are all posted by the FBI, so even the government's posting stuff up here. What's the ctfchallenge.co.uk is a web app one. This is a web app challenge. Vuln Begin, this guy captured a bunch. This is all last 24 hours. Crypto Hack is really it's not the one I was thinking of Crypto Pals, but this is one all about cryptography. So there's a ton of these places like TryHackMe online where you can go through and see all this stuff. I will put, I'll keep beating me up if I haven't done it in the next week or so, but on my blog page, I'm working on a set of links to post up in the sidebar. Right, my website's at actualtom.com. But I'm looking on a set of links to put in the sidebar, and I'll put all this stuff up. Breaking into InfoSec Beginner's Guide Part 1. Right, so here's a blog on a guy that was transitioning out of the Air Force, and his whole story on how he got in InfoSec, right? Seeking out a mentor, immersing yourself in InfoSec. Here's some great Twitter guys to follow. Some blogs, Trusted Sec, Medium, Slack channels, right? Email lists, podcasts, all sorts of stuff. Right, that's the reason I'm doing the stream too, is to help people get more immersed in this. Ethical hacking, here's how to build an Active Directory lab in Azure. I'm kind of a big fan of Medium lately with their cybersecurity stuff. But this is all from Cyber Mentors, how to build an Active Directory hacking lab. He does it in his house. This is how to do it in an Azure environment, which Azure actually lets you go hack them, right? You can get free access to Azure for 12 months and $200 credit to spend. So you can spin it up when you want to use it and turn it back off and save the money. Crypto Pals. So they have challenges on basics, block crypto, streams, Diffie-Hellman, hashes, whole set of hashes, all sorts of stuff. Hack a Sat. So if you haven't had a chance to look at this, this is the U.S. Air Force is putting this one on. Qualifications are going to begin May 22nd, but it is literally a capture the flag that you can do as teams, and you can basically hack a satellite. The final competitors are supposed to be going to DEF CON this fall to actually hack one that's up in space right now. I think top 8 finishers in this challenge will get to go to DEF CON and do that. So cool stuff. EHNet, ethicalhacker.net, online magazine community for security professionals. Yeah, and there's a few others. Steg Online. I can drag and drop an image and it'll let you browse through the layers of an image, change colors, all that stuff for steganography. CyberSec Labs is another one. A couple of the other Twitch guys stream CyberSec Labs, but it's TryHackMe, but over in the UK. They're pretty decent as well. And then GitHub. So VetSec on GitHub. If you haven't bookmarked them, bookmark them. VetSec on GitHub. It's a veterans resource group. So mainly for veterans, but hey, anybody on GitHub can go, and they have resources here for InfoSec courses and training. Basically my link list that I'd love to put out. They've got academic courses, open security training. What else? Capture the flag, Hack the Box, VulnHub, CTF write-ups, repos, security tube, playlists, open security books, challenges, and then just all sorts of other stuff, right? So tons of stuff here. Repository. So GitHub, yeah, repository. GitHub is a really made for kind of programming, but it's a version control kind of piece. So anybody can check out a file and work on it and check it back in, and if somebody else has worked on it in the meantime, it'll merge it, do all sorts of kind of stuff. So that's why it talks about branches and commits, right? A branch is when you check out some code and you do your own changes to it, and then you can roll it back into the master. You can find out who's contributed, what they've done, right? The default, stale branches, all sorts of stuff. GitHub's awesome, man. If you haven't taken a course on GitHub, there's tons of free ones out there. It's how I sync all my hacking write-ups up to the cloud. Is I'll save the screenshots on my computer and then run Git and commit them up to the cloud. Anyways, it is 11:01, so we are basically out of time tonight, but I appreciate everyone coming in. And if you want to check me out tomorrow, I'll see you there. Have a good one.